course. Here's a 500-word story based on the topic, Stop Exercising So Much After 60. Do these 5 things instead. Stop exercising so much after 60. Do these 5 things instead. At 62, Robert prided himself on being the most active person in his retirement community. He hit the gym 5 times a week, attended intense spin classes, and even attempted boot camp-style workouts meant for people half his age. Yet despite all the effort, Robert felt worse. His joints ached, he struggled with fatigue, and he found himself nursing minor injuries more often than not. Frustrated, he finally visited a doctor specializing in senior fitness, expecting to be told to work harder. Instead, the advice shocked him. Robert, you need to stop exercising so much. After 60, it's not about pushing harder, it's about moving smarter. The doctor explained that intense, high-impact exercise could cause more harm than good after a certain age. Recovery times are longer, joints are more fragile, and excessive strain could even accelerate aging rather than prevent it. Instead of punishing his body, Robert needed to shift his focus. There were 5 key things he should do instead, practices that would help him stay strong, energized, and injury-free. First, the doctor recommended daily walking. A brisk 30-minute walk was enough to maintain cardiovascular health without stressing the joints. Robert quickly fell in love with early morning walks around the park, greeting neighbors and enjoying the sunrise, a peaceful, restorative start to his day. Second, he was encouraged to focus on balance and flexibility exercises. Simple routines like Tai Chi, gentle yoga, or even balance drills at home could significantly reduce the risk of dangerous falls. Robert found a beginner's yoga class tailored for seniors and noticed how much looser and lighter his body felt after just a few sessions. The third change was strength training twice a week, but not the heavy lifting he once did. Instead, Robert used resistance bands and light dumbbells to maintain muscle mass without overloading his joints. Short, targeted sessions helped him preserve strength where it mattered most, in his core, legs, and back. Fourth, Robert learned the importance of prioritizing rest and recovery. After years of believing he needed to be active every single day, it was a mental shift to accept that rest was just as important as movement. Stretching, foam rolling, and simply taking a full day off helped his body rebuild stronger instead of wearing down. Finally, the doctor emphasized mindful movement practices like Pilates or slow swimming. These activities combine strength, endurance, and balance in a low-impact way, perfectly suited for aging bodies. Robert joined a water aerobics class and loved the camaraderie and the feeling of weightlessness, allowing him to exercise without pain. 6 months into his new routine, Robert felt better than ever. His joints no longer throbbed, his energy was steadier, and his mood had lifted. Most importantly, he learned that aging doesn't mean giving up on fitness. It means adapting it smartly. By doing less of the wrong exercises and more of the right movements, Robert wasn't just surviving in his 60s, he was thriving. Would you also like a 2-sentence summary of this that I can turn into a voiceover for you? I can help you pick one of our AI voices. Of course. Here's an additional 500-word paragraph, continuing Robert's story and building on the theme. As Robert embraced this new philosophy of moving smarter, he began to notice benefits beyond the physical. Mentally, he felt clearer and more focused, experiencing a level of mindfulness he hadn't had in years. The slower, intentional movements in yoga and Tai Chi taught him to connect with his body in a way he had previously ignored. Instead of seeing exercise as a battlefield where he fought his limits, he began to see it as a dialogue, listening to what his body needed each day and responding with care. This new relationship with movement brought him a profound sense of peace. Robert also learned to respect the difference between healthy muscle fatigue and harmful overexertion. He stopped measuring success by how much he could lift or how many calories he burned, and instead celebrated how good he felt after each session. His sleep improved dramatically as well. Without the constant inflammation caused by overtraining, he fell asleep faster, slept deeper, and woke up feeling truly refreshed. Friends and family commented on how much happier he seemed, and Robert couldn't help but agree. He had discovered a better rhythm to life, one that prioritized wellness over intensity. Nutrition became another area of growth for Robert. With his new exercise routine less punishing on his body, he realized he needed to support his muscles and joints through food just as much as through movement. He added more anti-inflammatory foods to his diet: leafy greens, berries, nuts, fatty fish, and turmeric. He also cut back on processed foods and sugary snacks, noticing how quickly even small dietary changes made him feel more energized. Robert's doctor praised him at his next checkup, noting lower blood pressure, healthier cholesterol levels, and better blood sugar control. These results weren't from pushing harder at the gym, but from a lifestyle built on smarter choices. Socially, Robert's world expanded too. He formed new friendships in his yoga and water aerobics classes, bonding with others who shared his new mindset. There was a camaraderie among his new circle, people who understood that healthy aging wasn't about defying time with brute force, but about respecting and supporting their bodies for the long haul. Together, they planned hiking trips, participated in charity walks, and even tried new activities like paddleboarding, all adapted to suit their abilities. Every new experience felt like a small victory, a reminder that life after 60 could be just as adventurous and fulfilling as ever. Looking back, Robert realized that stopping the grueling workouts had been the best thing he could have done. He hadn't become weaker, he had become wiser. He still moved his body every day, but he did it with purpose, care, and joy. In many ways, he felt stronger now, not just in muscle, but in spirit. The lesson was clear. After 60, it's not about exercising harder. It's about moving better, listening deeper, and living fuller. Would you also like me to now create a short 2-sentence version of Robert's journey that you could turn into a voiceover? I can help you choose a voice too.